Good morning, my friends. It's Melanie coming to you from the Outer Banks, North Carolina. It's bright outside, so I'm all squinty. Lucky Man's in the background. Everybody and their brother is doing yard work today. That's okay. We're gonna do this video anyways. As I was coming across the bridge today to get over here, I was listening to a video. Attract Passion is a wonderful YouTuber that is really making changes in my life by listening to him. I listen more if I'm driving somewhere than I do like watching his videos, but they're very relaxing and he does great artwork too, so you should check him out. Anywho, he had this video called Left Behind, and he was talking about the ascension process and how when you increase your vibrational frequency, others essentially are left behind to stay within their vibrational frequency, and that's okay. Like, there's no judgment attached to that, but it's just the facts of life. And so he's talking about this, and I've watched a series called Left Behind, or something along those lines. I think it had like Kirk Cameron in it from a long time ago, and it was about the rapture that's talked about in the Bible. And so as I'm driving over here, I keep hearing rapture, 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 rapture. And I was like, what do you mean rapture? And the thought that kept coming to my head, and I'm going to put this out there, and for some real hardcore Christian people, that's cool. I understand your beliefs. I understand where you're at, and I love you anyways. I don't take the Bible so much to heart like other Christian people do. And I just take it as some writing that happened a long time ago that's been interpreted a million different times to get to where we're at today. And so it's kind of up for a little bit of interpretation. And so there goes Lucky. He's like, I'm out of here. The rapture, I feel like he was talking about this guy on Attract Passion. And he kept saying how, like, if people don't choose to elevate themselves, they will be left behind. So what if the rapture that God, or the Bible talks about, that God talked about to the prophets, where millions of people will be left behind, what if that just means they're left behind in their own vibrational frequency, in their own space to be, but they don't get to fully experience the goodness, the love, all of the beautiful things of this heaven on earth? I mean, listen to these birds. I hope you can hear them. I'm trying to like block out it's a really pretty view. I'm trying to block out a little bit of the lawnmower action. I've got 3 different people on lawnmowers around, but they're all kind of taking turns running them, so it's good. So what if the rapture is talking about people choosing not to elevate their consciousness, people choosing not to climb higher, or to climb out of the muck, or climb out of the darkness, choosing not to become the lotus flower, choosing to stay where they're at? What if the rapture is the folks that are ascending, that are leaving, that are choosing to go? And people will lose their children. Yes, like, I've detached myself from my family. I am a child of somebody. People will lose their friends and family. And so, like, in that movie, it was this instantaneous thing where all these people's clothes were left behind. But what if we've interpreted it a little bit off course of what it was, the intention of it was, where if you don't follow the words and teachings of Christ and God and the Bible, like, essentially the Bible talks about a lot of good, or, I mean, it could be the Quran, it could be any high spiritual book. If you don't follow the goodness and kindness that's written within those pieces of literature, then you don't get to experience what heaven truly is. Like, you're gonna stay stuck in that vibrational frequency. And I can tell you, because I've lived it, I was in fucking hell every day. And I don't, like, I felt like I was burning. Literally, I had such terrible nerve pain and back pain that my legs were on fire all the time. And it was this constant burning. And I was screaming and crying for help, and nobody could help me, and nobody could hear me even. They thought I was lying. Like, that to me is hell. So what if the rapture is your ascension process, and your choice to elevate, and your choice to be different, and your choice to follow the words and teaching of God and Christ? And what are those words and teaching? Well, be kind to your neighbor. Love thy neighbor. Be kind to your family. Love your husband or your wife, or like, and be dutiful to them. And like, don't overeat and sit on the couch and do nothing. And like, your body is your vessel, and you need to make good works of it. Like, there's so much wisdom within there that truly brings you to a place of heaven, because by following that wisdom without even knowing about, like, I didn't have a Bible. I wasn't reading a Bible. I just had experience with Jesus back in 2013. And ever since then, there's been little words of wisdom that keep popping into my brain. And there's been little feelings and emotions within my heart that keep screaming to be felt and to be heard and to make action on those in positive, loving ways. Like, there's been so much change by following my internal compass, which is God. For me, it could be your higher power. It could be a toaster oven, if that's what you feel God is. I mean, to be so strict in our interpretation of religion or spirituality, I think is limiting. I think you lose experience by doing that. I've got a friend that is very highly spiritual and very, very Christian, and he's terrified of yoga because of one thing that he saw one guy do one time. And you may tell me that it's like praying to different gods and whatever when you're doing it. I don't know that meaning of it. What am I praying? Taking the breath of life in, reaching to the sky, thankful for Father Sky. Bowing down, touching the ground, being grateful that the ground is here for me to walk on. Those are the concepts. Those are the spiritual concepts that I am taking out of yoga. I'm not praying to any certain god or goddess. I don't care. Like, I don't really know what's out there because I haven't experienced anything but what this lifetime has to offer. And the experience that I have in this lifetime is that you can live in hell or you can live in heaven. And you can choose to ascend or you can choose to stay. It's all up to you. You get to make the choice. Only you. That's why God gave us free will, right? So I chose a different path. I chose a path of healing and a path of facing my demons and taking them head on and being like, I'm done. And I've faced who I was, and I get to see who I am today. And those are really cool things to be able to experience. So, my dad's calling, but I am going to leave it at that. So maybe the rapture isn't an instant thing. Maybe the rapture is more slow and peaceful. And it'd be really painful if everybody just disappeared all at once, wouldn't it? So, I'm grateful for this process. I'm grateful for this spiritual journey, and I'm grateful to see where everything is going to be going in this life. And if you're wondering what my t-shirt says, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. That would be Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters. He's a cool dude. You should check him out. I watched him way back when. He helped me through some really dark and twisty times. If you're beginning your dark and twisty times journey, if you are not and you are here just to see what's up and hang out and listen to the words of wisdom that I sometimes drip around, that's cool too. Welcome. So much peace and so much love to you guys. So much namaste. The soul within me recognizes the soul within you. And I hope you all have a fantabulous day. Adios, guys.